Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Adjusted Position. That's a new segment that we're going to be doing. I'm your host with the most, Sam, and I'm here to adjust the position. So listen, sometimes you look at life one way. We do. We look at life and we say, hey, I walk the same way every day. That tree looks the same. Everything looks the same. Everything's all the same. We never notice that little small change in the bush over there. What is that? There's a little red thing growing. We never notice it until it gets bigger and turns into a flower. We don't notice it. We don't notice the wind. It blows, you know? But today it's a warm undertone in it. It is. So when we start to notice feelings, like it feels warm out here, then we notice the red on the bush. We do. And say, oh, spring is coming. You see? So mentally, you don't understand that that's what you're doing. So we don't pay attention to things until we feel it. Okay? So if a person's telling you, hey, I have problems with this, I have problems with that, and you continue to do the things that are causing the person pause, then you're not going to understand when that person puts their paws on you. You're not going to be like, why'd you do that? Because we don't pay attention to stuff like that until we feel it. And it's no reason to hit anybody. There's no reason to. But you don't understand when you're not reasoning at a normal level. When you get to a point where you have Monday through Friday to Saturday, and like, I want to rest, and you wake up to the same. Listen, your body you're still a human. You're training yourself to be calm and that. But sometimes, you're like, what the fuck is that? A tick. What the tick? The tick hit his ass. What? He just hit me. And you got two options. What would you do in that situation? If you just and hit somebody, would you apologize or would you not? Okay, what's the right thing to do? The right thing to do is what the fuck you did. That's the right thing to do for you. Now, think about this all the way through. That's what I do. I start at the end and I work my way backwards. Okay? I say, if this will happen, I will go to jail if I hit this person. So, is it what? There ain't no question about that. That ain't worth it. So knowing that, you gotta understand something. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, you know what? Today, I'm going to be positive. Today, I'm going to be prepared. And today, I'm going to be profitable, productive. I'm going to help people. And just go A, B, all the way to Z every day. A will be, today I'm going to be aesthetically aware. I'm going to be authentic, and I'm going to be awake. And promise yourself that those are three things you make yourself a promise every day. Now, when you say God is, the energy gonna say, oh shit, I said I was gonna be positive today for the people. All right, well, feeling a little negative. So let me turn to positive. How can I get positive? What can I do positive? And you'll do that. Now, when you catch yourself, you can do that. Sometimes you can't catch yourself. You cannot. You're human. We make mistakes. We have accidents. We're human. So you gotta watch your diet's off and everything's off and everything's crazy. And it be that one thing. Can you hand me can you pass me the salt? And then you're all in your mind, salt of the earth, the Bible, and throw the salt at the person. What's wrong with that person? You're gonna notice something. And this is how you know that you're headed into a paradigm shift. And let me explain something to you about a paradigm shift for everyone who is not, in the members club and in the inner circle who's already heard it. A paradigm shift that happens. I'm reading a book called Unbound by Miss Boucher. It's amazing. The book is telling you how to look at life politically, look at life democratic politics, look at life religiously, and then look at life reality. And I never thought about the three things. Everything's three. You know, three branches of government, isn't that? So they tell you that everything is broken down in three segments. You know, beginning, middle, end. It is rich, middle class. Poor, middle class, rich. Everything's three. So in those same three, you have to realize something. So if your diet is off, this and that and all that, you are starting to shift the atmosphere. It is. It's going to change. If you're not eating properly, you're not going to be going to the same place. I try to walk the same route every day so the energy is going where it needs to go so it can be familiar. When the people who are following my energy, they will know where to go. It's very cosmic. It is like your ancestors. They do that. They will. Why do I keep coming over here? Why do I keep coming over here? Why do I keep coming over here? And you're gonna keep going over to that place until your energy says, "Oh, I never noticed that before." And then when you notice it, that's what you're supposed to see. And that could take a long time. It could take a long time for you to notice. But when you notice things, you start to ask yourself two questions. Is it meant for good or is it meant for bad? That's it. There ain't nothing else. Is it meant for good or is it meant for bad? That's it. Nothing else. Don't ask yourself a whole bunch what it means and is it meant for good or is it meant for bad? That's it. Okay? Now, that don't need a breakdown. Then we ain't breaking down what's good and what's bad. We ain't doing that. We're way past that. Okay? And if you here catching up, we past that. That's it. If it is not, you start at the end and work your way back. If it ain't for good, don't do it. Paradigm shifts happen very slowly. They do. And she's saying that you literally don't realize it until it's happened, where you will lose a little bit of hours at work, and then B, you will cut the whole department. So you've lost your job. And then C, you've got unemployment. And what will happen is there will be a trickle. And what you will realize, oh, well, I'm doing this. If you're not keeping up with it, like, oh, okay, you only can keep up if you can go ahead. Like, this money's gonna last me for 3 months. I know I'm gonna probably not have a job for 6 months. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna create a budget that will sustain this money for the 6 months, okay? Now, whatever happens in between, you have safety netted yourself. No matter what happens, whether you get a job or anything, that money will sustain you for 6 months. Whether it's $30, whatever, you have to do that. It's very, 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 it's difficult because you gotta sacrifice. And I'm not talking about like normal sacrifices, like a car or rent. That's not a sacrifice. You pick some people will pick the car over paying their rent because they will say, well, if I lose my apartment, I can live in my car. And I work in my car because I do Uber and this and that. And that's how they think. But the apartment has more value to save than the car. Now, a car is going to continue to be on the street, okay? And if it's on the street, there are chances that it could cost you money. Parking, tickets, tow. So you are now paying more than your rent and car note, insurance. That was a bad idea, bad decision. Good or bad, okay? If they take my house, is it good or bad? That's bad. If they take my car, is it good or bad? They're both bad. But which one would you rather have taken, your car or your house? Car, by far, yes. No one's gonna say my house. Some people do. That's okay. We're not on that level. Take the car. As I watch you drag it away in my house, in the window, okay? That's what you do. And that's what you have to do. Oh, I don't want nobody taking my car. They can take my house. Fine. That person is, all right? I ain't gonna say what that person is. They are shifting. They are. They're shifting because they're becoming nomadic. A car gives you freedom. A house gives you what? Finances. That's it. That's what you have foreclosure. You can sell. You can goddamn Airbnb it. You know, your car. There's a lot of things you can do with your car, but you cannot sustain life off of your car. What's going to happen is we have to learn how to sacrifice. And okay, I'm going to live in my car. I'm forced to live in my car. You got to give up some things. What, was my clothes? Yes. What do you think? There's a closet back there? No, it ain't going to all fit. Well, I can't get. Well, I got to. And you will find yourself doing that. So, people every season downsize. They do. It ain't because of fashion and I can't wear that, it's last season. No, it needs to go because you got to make space for new stuff. Okay? Well, you don't have any money? Make space for new stuff. Make room for new stuff. Yes? Well, you don't have it. Do not worry about when the new things are coming. Prepare for the new things that will arrive. Period. But when you start doing that, you're starting to doubt that they're coming. It's coming. Newness happens. Unless you don't know how to sacrifice. So, to get out of the house, and now I'm living in the car, you do got to sacrifice some things. Shoes, clothing. You have to realize 3. You only need 3 of anything. What 3 things can you have right now? Look in your closet. If you had to jump up right now, the planet's about to end in 3 days. The planet's ending in 3 days. Grab your 3 things and let's go. Okay? What would those 3 things be? What would those 3 things be? My 3 things would be my pouch. That would be one of them. My cell phone. And the 3rd thing that I probably would grab is my safe. That's it. That's it. Now, I don't know what your 3 things are, but that's it. So when you realize, whatever you pick to grab, look what's in it. Okay? Look what's in it. Oh, this and that, this and that, this and that. Why did you feel you need it? That's what everybody needs. Whatever's in your safe, whatever's in your, yeah. You ain't gonna grab your favorite damn cookies. Some people will, okay? Oh, I gotta have these cookies if it's my last day on earth. No, grab the cookies. Because it's a memory. It is. So we'll reach for money, some kind of something that can help us, Advil or something, drug, and something sexual. Oh, I need my vibrator. Yes, I do. But it's what you equate it to. I ain't gonna equate no sex to no vibrator. But if you need that as the last, that's your sex, drug, and money, honey. That's one of the 3. There you go. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna grab my money first. I'm gonna grab my money first. Okay, and in my pouch, that's where all my memories is up in there. Money and everything, it's all up in there. Because if you got money, you can buy other shit. Okay. Now, the second thing I'm gonna grab, I said, it's gonna be I'm gonna grab my pouch. I would grab my book bag. No, I grab my pouch. And I said I grab my safe. My safe? What's in the safe? With the duplicates of everything else in there. And then what? I said, yeah, well, I wouldn't do that. But those 3 things you need. And when you don't have one of those 3 things, you start shifting. You do. You shift. And when you're shifting, you're not realizing it. People are there, but they're not seeing you. And so you're like, wait a minute, huh? And that's that. So those 3 things would be your identity, your money, your bank card, and some kind of way to get food. Something like that. Something. It has to be. What would you sacrifice? What would you say? Well, you said 3, yeah, but you can't have all 3. You got to sacrifice one thing. You got to pick one thing you can have. Will you pick your identity? Will you pick your money? Or will you pick your addiction? You know, sex or whatever. Would you pick it? What would you pick? Naturally, I would pick my identity. Well, if no one knows who I am, then, well, you're nothing if no one knows who you are, right? So you pick your identity, pick your license or whatever. All right. Some people, they pick their money. Well, who cares who I am? I've got my money. I can be someone else. Okay? And that's the mindset. You can buy another personality. You can buy another you. You can buy another one. Okay? And then you got what? Like I ain't nothing without my Coca-Cola in the morning or my coffee in the morning. I got to have this. Some people would sacrifice their identity and their money for the addiction, the comfort. Hell yeah. Because that's their escape. You know, well, fuck when you come back. I'm out of Coca-Cola, get some more. Because it provides you comfort. It's comfort. That's what addiction is, comfort. Money is comfort. It provides security. It's comfort, it's security. It's money. And what else? Your identity, your existence, who you are. So who are you? You ask yourself. And you got to know this because a paradigm shift happens all the time in your life. Well, you don't even realize it all the time. So what will happen is, oh, this new coffee place is here. I never drank coffee. Let me go inside. What will happen is when you go inside, the energy is designed, the marketing person or whatever, their job is designed to make you try, okay, buy, and buy. That's it. Okay? That's it. Now, oh, I noticed that. You go in. They're going to get you to try it. How? Free. Yeah. That's it. Oh, okay. But what is it? It's a tag of the description. Oh, that's not that bad. I don't like that. Okay. You got to buy. Or buy. That's it. I'm not interested in anything in here. Buy. No, go. Bye. You need to do all three. Don't matter. It don't matter what it is. Buy something. Buy something because what will happen is that energy, you'll be able to remember it when you need it. I'm telling you, okay? Some dog millionaire. He won $1 million because he remembered living those situations so he knew the answer. That is life, okay? And it changes your situation. You went from being a poor, picking in garbage to a millionaire. All because he knew what the answer was. And at times, oftentimes, we don't know what the answer is. We don't know what it is. What's the answer? 1 + 1. I say 2. Here recently, I'm understanding that ain't right. I said, okay. Well, hey, depends on who you're asking, how you looking at it. They said that 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 + 1 can equal more than 2. Okay, I get that. Wonderful. But let's keep it simple, okay? So, when you start to, I go in this coffee shop, you change the energy. Now, if you like the coffee, you're gonna say, oh, let me get a mug, or let me get a cup or something like that. Something. Pick up the energy because it's new. It's exciting. And no one else has it. Oh, you haven't tried that new coffee shop? Oh, they've got some great coffee in there. It's kind of nasty, but blah, 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 blah. Oh, I like that top. Where'd you get that from? Oh, that new Keurig coffee place. Yes. People whose job it is every day, get up and search Keurig coffee. Every day. Keurig coffee. Some people's job, they have to search it every 6 hours, every 12 hours. If you want a good marketing team, they need to be searching every 3 hours. Every 3 hours. Every 3 hours. Your name. You got to do that. Do that to yourself for 1 week. Every day, search your name 6 times. Google it 6 times. No matter where you do it, you will notice something. The shift, the paradigm, it will change because the internet is going to start to pay attention. You pay attention. If you ain't paying attention to shit, you're going to miss it because you didn't see it coming. But the internet, you Samuel Cruz. Samuel Cruz. I searched it 6 times. That's not normal than it was the day before. So the computer's going to say, that's not normal. And it's going to, boom, remember it. And we've been doing this to computers. We've been making them smarter. They've been doing it on their own. Pentium processors and all that shit. Been doing it. I'm trying to teach you to understand how to differentiate the two. Because what is bound to happen is the machines are no longer going to need all of our thought process. They're not. They're going to be able to predict. Like they do that now. Predictive text. They're going to predict what you... How the hell did they know I was going to say that? That ain't even what I was gonna say. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say that now because he said I was gonna say that, but that's what you was gonna say. Because in that situation, there's only two things that the person could say, this or that. If they say something different, then they're different. That's like writing scripts. I can predict, I know this is when the audience is gonna laugh because that's funny. It don't never fall flat. Because it's funny. I'm on a human level of everybody. I know my audience. Now, I ain't gonna go and put something in there that's funny to me. Because that's gonna not be good. And I don't want that. I want everybody to be good. If it's for this, it's to know your audience. Always know your audience. You don't have an audience, you have an audience. You have to be your biggest critic. You have to be your makeup artist. You have to be, I don't want to be famous. You do not have a choice in the matter. God made you in his image. So you ain't got no choice to be noticed. You are made in God's image. They gonna notice you, okay? So right then and there, stop that thought process. You don't want to be what don't matter. God made you in his image. And so they're gonna notice you. And you can put a hat on, creep around, whatever you want. But God is everything, everywhere. So start there. He said, oh, I'm a nobody. Oh, it's just me. Modesty? Ugh, don't be modest. In the world we live in, don't be modest. Don't be. Because you'll walk down the street, 5 people will tell you something bad about your hair. They will. Oh, her shoes are so ugly. Oh, why she smell like that? And you will not pay attention to it because they're noticing you. Yeah. Why do people notice you and you don't notice them? Because your energy. Now, when you start shifting, you are now going to Keurig Coffee. Everyone else is going to Starbucks. Why? Because you tried something new. They not go, oh, I like Starbucks. Tell me about it. I don't know. I might try it one day. And then what? You'll start to try to sell it. Oh, but they're giving away a free coffee. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. That's a no, okay? So you have already went ahead. You have. Every time something new comes out, get it, okay? Oh, I was always like that with candy. Right, with candy? Oh, the new candy? I had that. The new Doritos, just had them a couple days ago. They good. The spicy sriracha joint. The bag is all pretty and all that stuff. And so that when you try new things, and you're the only one walking with the new thing, someone's gonna see you with the new thing. And they're gonna say, what the hell? Is that a bag of Doritos? Oh, what kind of Doritos are those? And they say on the bag, new. Oh shit. And you eating them. Everything about that experience for anyone watching is going to be, ooh, everything you're doing. From the way you're eating it, it matters how you do it because it's new. And they don't have it. They didn't even know about it. Ooh, I want some chips. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get them. Where? Oh, Doritos. Oh, 7-Eleven. Go 7-Eleven. Yeah. And you have boom. There you go. So when you know that no one's paying attention to you, people watch your every move they do. They do. Motherfucker. Listen, I'm sitting right here in Franklin Park, and I'll sit here. And I people watch. I wouldn't do it right here. I'm gonna sit over here. Somebody's watching you. They're wondering. Wonder what he's doing. They wonder what because you're in your moment. You're in your life. You know, you're in your life. And oh, that's terrible. Like, you're in your life. Okay? So, in your life, sometimes you gotta sit down and take a break. And you're like, oh, go to walk. Okay, I'll take a break. And you think. You're thinking about your life. You think about and then your brain wanders. You say, I wonder what something catches your eye. It does. A color. A shape. Something. It's a color. Usually it's a color. So, my color is red. Okay? I notice it everywhere. When I see it, I'm like, and then whatever your color is, you'll notice it a lot of places. When your eye is caught, your brain starts to wander. I wonder where he's going. I wonder where she's going. Oh, I wonder where she got that top from. That is how you begin to shift the atmosphere for a large group, for a mass group of people. It's not about entertainment. It's about awareness, paying attention, because there's a lot of ways you can make people pay attention to what you see. They might not see it the way you see it. And you're explaining it like, you need to listen to me because this is what's going to happen. That some people might receive it that way. They might be like, oh, he's yelling. Oh, what is he saying? I don't know. And then they'll pay attention. Some people are like, oh, he's yelling. I ain't paying attention to that fucking shit. They'll say that. Or some people will see an opportunity and they will seize it. It's not your opportunity. It's not. But they will take it because they think it is theirs. And it is not. So when that happens, everything gets lost in that. And that's when the shift, it goes fast. And it usually happens with 3 people. It's usually with 3 people. Now, the first person would be me, I'm talking it up. The second person is listening, okay, to both people, okay? The third person is blah, blah, blah. That's the one. It's always that. That is trying to sway. It's the presidential vote. It's all of that. It's pick me. Pay attention to me. I can do it too. I'm doing that too. Right. Everybody can do it. Anybody can pick up a phone and start talking. Anybody can do it. If they're made for that, anyone can do it. That's the best part about entertainment. It's for everybody. Creative arts is for everybody. Okay? So when you hear someone say, you can come do this, but y'all cannot. You can come to the Kennedy Center and play these instruments, but y'all gay people can't sing next to them. Now, when you start to hear that, that is a red flag that something bad is this way comes. Something bad about to happen. And when you realize that, you start to prepare for that. Like, oh, Lord, you're not going to brace for impact. Because what you have done, when we remember, we said, that is what we know this money, it only lasts for 3 months. Let's stretch it so that it lasts for 6 months. That's a cushion. So you've prepared yourself. So we're good. The storm's coming. All right, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Some people, that ain't good enough. Okay? Now, if you know that that's your budget, your brain has to start to think like budget friendly. You cannot buy anything to continue to prepare for what's coming. You can't. You know a storm's coming. The storm's coming in 6 months. You can't buy shutters or none of that. You got $30 to last for 6 months. That's crazy. Well, this is the budget. You need to be able to do that. You need to be able to do that, okay? If you're not able to do that, quick, okay? You're going to be in some trouble because you're going to have to sacrifice fast. And it's going to feel like loss instead of gain. Instead of, I've gained space. I've gained more room. I've gained an opportunity to gather more things that will make me feel better. Instead of, lost. I lost all of my clothes in the fire. Did you really? Yes. All of your old clothes. All of my clothes. I lost everything in the fire. Versus the things we lost in the fire. You see? And that's a big difference. I lost everything in the fire versus the things that we lost in the fire. Very different. Okay? A person that is, I lost everything, then they are holding on to things that they don't need to be holding on to. Because that ain't everything. You're allowed to say it. But that ain't everything. That's a start. That's a start. You ain't lose everything because you're saying that. So little things. That ain't little, but simple things. Like, I never thought about that. Start thinking about it like that. Don't think like me, be like me. No, just think about it a different way. Like that's what you will start to be able to control the shift. When you realize you're in a paradigm shift, things are changing. Your friends change. Your friends will change because now you're going to Keurig Coffee. And you usually go to Starbucks. And them Starbucksers, they ain't going to Keurig Coffee. You might get one or two switch over. Oh, I like your recommendation. I'm so glad. Yeah, and be Keurig Coffee, sir. So your friends will change. They will. Yeah, little things like that. Because your morning days, you're no longer with those Starbucks. And the people who drink Starbucks, they're not going, here. Their energy is taking them boom, 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 boom. So you are now shifting your energy. Now you're with Keurig Coffee people. And they might be a little more laid back. They're content creators. They, oh yeah, we're going to go to Bryant Park and, take some pictures and get some content. You want to come with us? That will happen. And you will start to find a path that you did not know you were on, you were headed towards, because you tried something different. You tried something new. You tried something different. So start learning how to, you do the same thing every day. You get up, you get on the train, you go to work, you got to do that. Go a different way. Okay, now this way might take a little longer, so you need to prepare for that. So you got to start understanding how to control the time. Oh my God, I'm late. You're never late. Don't ever think that. If you think that you are late and you are rushing because of time, you are going to be you're going to miss something. You are. Like, oh goodness, let me hurry up and get out of the house and get to this bus before it comes. And you'll leave your keys and you'll be locked out because you were rushing for a bus that if you miss is not the last one. Another one will come. Okay? Well, that's the last one for me to get to be to work on time. Well, then you did not give yourself enough time to get to work. Don't worry about being on time. You give yourself all the time you need to get there when you need to get there. If they say you need to be there at 8 o'clock, but it takes me an hour to get there, this and that. How do you get there? Do you get there on the train? Get there in the Uber? Well, I usually take an Uber, but the Ubers are higher right now. Your budget now, everything has to change. Okay, everything. And the Keurig coffee is good. It's just because it's free. It ain't free every time. It is free every time. It's free when you sign up for the email. Yeah, it is free. So what do? You change the environment. You do. You go to Starbucks and you say, oh, hey, remember over there at Keurig? Yeah, we're just over there doing this. You pick, well, I liked her. She was a good, because, she's a good friend, this and that. And I think she would like if we go to Bryant Park with us, whatever. She might not like the coffee, but you start giving them options so they can't say no. Okay, which is what? You get a free cup of coffee if you sign up for the thing. So tell them, just boom, send it to them. Sign up for the coffee, and they'll give you a free one. Okay, I'll try that free. I'll try that. Now, how do you benefit from that? You're gaining. You're changing, you see? So now your space over here, yeah, I like Bob, but I like Julie. But get the coffee. It's the experience. It's the experience. So it ain't about the coffee. It's about the people. So what you have done is you are starting to shift. You're shifting the atmosphere. You're shifting. So what happens is when you start to shift the atmosphere, energy will come to you. That is your color. Okay? Like red. You see, mine was red. The trash can might fall over or something. Red hat will start talking. You see? And distract. And that's the energy. Is it for good or is it for bad? It's for bad because his energy, maybe it's good for him, but his energy for your energy, it's not good. It's distracting. But it isn't. It's a tool that is utilized because the universe is listening to you. It is. And it's showing you exactly what you're saying. You don't need a dry erase board. You don't need that. You have life. So as you're walking, his mission is to be heard. Everyone's mission is to be heard. But either you're going to be heard and listened to or heard and paid attention to. There's a difference. Now, listen to me closely. Pay attention. Okay? I'm paying attention to you. I ain't listening to you, but I'm paying attention. You can't pay attention and listen. No, you gotta do another. I'm listening, and as you'll notice, as you walk away, you have to change your energy. And you change. You see the sound. Your senses are yours, okay? Some people don't have them. They can't see this now. If you have all your senses, you are in control of them. If something goes wrong and starts to disrupt it, your responsibility to your state of being is to immediately correct it. That's it. Because what you're saying, you're utilizing your vocal cords, your mouth, what you're saying needs to be heard loud and clear. Okay? No distractions, no anything. Okay? Now, you're not distracted by, what is that man saying back there? I wish he shut up. Don't pay attention. You have to make everyone pay attention to you, okay? Man, they could turn the channel and all that. So you move. And when you feel a space that is good, you sit down, recollect, and you continue. Do not stop. Because don't stop. Don't. Because what you will do is you will change. Yeah, I used to be like, excuse me, I'm recording. Can you be quiet? Can I do that? So now, what you will do now people know where you are. Okay? You don't have to say anything because you can look around. Period. Well, where is he? Well, he's in a city because you can hear sirens. You can hear sirens. Okay? The point of the matter is to say less, but say a lot in a small amount of time. And that's a budget. That's where we start with your budget. Right? Now, to somebody that hears a siren, they automatically say, oh, no, something must be wrong. Somebody might hear the siren and say, oh, good, they're getting help. Great, that's a great thing to hear. I would always hear the helicopter, the MedStar landing, and I would always say a prayer. Like, Lord God, whoever's in that, please let them be safe. Not realizing that sometimes they're not transporting people. Sometimes the helicopter's just landing and doing whatever. But I would always, that's what you do. You do that. Because it's a remnant. I call them remnants, but it's a memory. It's what you remember. Okay? You hear a siren, you think emergency. There you go. So you're starting to train your brain to think these things so that you can move accordingly. Move very swiftly, but you're learning as you're going. So you learn that, oh, I walked this way because of the sound that was coming from that way. And I didn't want that sound coming this way because I know that it was going to distract the energy that I was sharing this way. You see what I'm saying?